His DOE, his damnation, an erotic billionaire romance. Chapter 2 is new target. Meadow's POV. Junie's the love of my life. Junie is the love of my life. You thought I loved you? I couldn't breathe. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. My brain was unable to wrap itself around what I'd just heard. My chest ached as Tyler forcefully let go of my jaw. Why? My voice was so small, I sounded like a child. Why would you do this to me? Juniper let out a little delighted laugh as she walked toward me, completely naked and unbothered. Oh, sis, you still don't get it? She tilted her head, her eyes twinkling with malice. You were just a piece on the board. Long time no see, by the way. My nostrils flared. You were supposed to stay out of my life. And I did. For the most part. She clicked her tongue. But then I realized that you don't deserve to be happy. And that's where my precious boyfriend came into play. She cupped Tyler's cheek, smirking. That's not true. I gritted out, turning to Tyler, my tone pleading. Please tell me it's not true, Tyler. Tell me you haven't been playing me. I heaved a breath. Tyler's jaw was clenched, but then he smirked at me, a dark look in his eyes. It's true, Meadow. Why do you think I never wanted to fuck you? You don't think it's because you wanted to wait till marriage, do you? You think Tyler just found you? Juniper asked mockingly. That he just happened to fall in love with your boring, virgin ass? Tyler stood by the bed now, his arms crossed, a cruel smile playing on his lips. Junie told me everything about you even before I ever met you. Your habits, your insecurities, your taste in men. Fucking hell, I got so tired of pretending to be a good guy for you. Made it pretty easy though. I staggered backward. Everything ached. My head. My chest. My heart. You planned this? From the beginning. Juniper's smile widened. Of course I did. Why? I choked out. Why would you do this to me? Her voice turned venomous. Because watching you break is the only thing that makes me feel whole. I fell to my knees this time, not holding on to anything as I sobbed uncontrollably. I loved you. I loved him. Juniper crouched beside me, brushing my hair back with fake tenderness. It was so heartbreaking that someone who looked exactly like me could do this to me. But Juniper had only ever been a bitch to me since the day we were born. I know, she said softly, leaning close enough for me to smell the mix of sex and sweat on her skin. That's what makes this so deliciously satisfying. Then she pulled back and let out another sharp laugh. Honestly, I'm kinda disappointed he didn't fuck you. It would have been so much more satisfying knowing you gave him everything, and it still wasn't enough. I stood up, moving towards Tyler. Tyler? Tyler, please tell me that everything we had wasn't fake. Tell Juniper that she doesn't know what she's saying. But even as I looked at Tyler with tears in my eyes, I knew he was a lost cause. He cringed, turning to look at Juniper. This is fucking weird. Having you two here. It's like looking at the same person. Only. He reached for her. I'm in love with just one of you. They kissed again and I started to retreat backward. Juniper turned to face me one last time. Do you mind? We kinda need to finish what we started. I'm horny as fuck. She tilted her head. You're welcome to watch, though. I stood there, watching them kiss, wishing that there was more I could do. That there was some action that I could take against them. But there was nothing. The only thing I could do was wipe the angry tears from my eyes even as I felt pathetic. And then I stormed out of the room. Asterisk. Again. The bartender didn't hesitate to pour me another round of shots, which I downed immediately, feeling the liquor burn my throat for the umpteenth time and enjoying it. I wasn't sure how long I'd been here. After I left the hotel without my belongings, by the way ID walked aimlessly along the streets and walked into the first club I found. I scoffed. I should have been drinking and dancing with my new husband. Not drinking to forget the sound of my sister moaning his name. Definitely not drinking to forget the fact that I had been played for a fool. That I had been so stupid and let my feelings for Tyler distract me from who he really was. I downed another shot, welcoming the burn. Welcoming the loud music blasting into my ears and causing my entire body to shiver. Wait. No. The music wasn't the reason a shiver had racked through me. I was being watched. I could feel someone's stare burning into me from behind, causing the hairs on the back of my neck to stand at attention. I didn't turn. "Wonder what you did to deserve that," the bartender said absent-mindedly as he wiped a glass with a napkin. "What was that?" I tilted my head, wondering if his words were directed at me. The bartender smirked at me, his head jerking towards something behind me. "You have the country's most inaccessible, most unapproachable bachelor staring at you right now." His voice was louder now. "I'm just wondering what he sees in you." Despite the loudness of the music, I could still hear my own heartbeat pounding hard in my ears. I held my breath, hesitating for a moment. And then I turned, and I looked up to the direction the bartender had gestured to. The first thing I noticed was the watch. I couldn't tell what brand it was from where I sat, but I knew it was made of black diamonds if the strobe lights reflecting on them were any indication. The watch was attached to a large hand, and with how sharp my vision was, I could see a tattoo that disappeared under the sleeves of a black suit. And that was all I could see. The rest of him was a shadow, leaning against the railing like he ruled the world. And even though I couldn't see his face, I could very well tell that his eyes were on me. Not in passing. In curiosity? No, this was more than curiosity. I felt a magnetic pull to go to him, to confront him and ask him why he was looking at me. But I couldn't move. My pulse stuttered. I turned to the bartender again. "Who is that?" I breathed, the alcohol already making me feel woozy. The bartender's smile tightened. "That is Alaric Ashford." Something tightened at the pit of my stomach. I knew that name. The bartender cocked his head. "And it looks like he's found his new target."